All right, for this video, we are going to talk about how do I prepare for a party. So as a brand new consultant, you've never done a party before, 4 to 1 is a good rule of thumb. So for your very first Tupperware party, you're probably going to take about 4 hours of prep time to 1 hour of party time. But again, remember, that's just for your very, very first party. Once you've done your first party and you've done that 4 hours of prep time, it gets faster and faster prep every single party because you've already done the prep work. You've already practiced what you're doing. You practiced your recipe, right? You know what you're gonna say. You've made out your what are those called? Your note cards, if you're making note cards, right? So you've done all the prep work. So every party is pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much a carbon copy. The only variation is maybe you're going to talk about 1 or 2 different products. Maybe you're doing a different recipe. So with every single party that you do, your prep time is going to decrease. On average, my prep time is usually about 30 minutes. All right, because I've already done all the other work ahead of time. And in that 30 minutes, all I'm really doing is just basically bagging up my stuff that I need and putting it in the car. I've been selling for, I don't know, what, 8, 9 years now. And so a lot of what I do is very repetitive. So I don't have to do the prep work over and over again. So don't panic, 4 hours, don't worry. That's just your initial, and it's going to go down and decrease from there. If you decide to try something totally new at a party, remember you will need to add additional prep time to accommodate for that. So like, for example, if I'm gonna do a brand new recipe that I've never done before, I wanna make sure that I try that recipe ahead of time. Now for me, I would try the recipe probably a day or 2 in advance, so it doesn't really affect how long I need to prep before a party because I'm doing it days in advance, but it is still part of what I need to do to prep for that party. I have to try the recipe ahead of time. If I don't try the recipe ahead of time, mistakes could happen. I could forget something, right? And all of a sudden things aren't working. So you wanna make sure that you do that. If we have a brand new product, we've never had it before, I want to make sure that I've used that product ahead of time. So again, that prep time is coming ahead of time. I want to make sure that I've gone to Rally and I've really learned what this new product is. How will this new product save my customers time and money? All right, and that's all part of your prep time. So realistically for a party, as you're trying to walk out the door, you're looking at about 30 minutes of gathering your stuff and throwing it in the car. All the other prep time is going to be about making sure you know what you're talking about. What do I need to prep for a party? You will always need, like I said, at least 30 minutes to prep for a party, no matter how good you are. And this is just because you want to make sure that you get everything loaded into the car. Here is a small list of things you want to make sure you have at every party. And you want to make sure that you check them off, make sure you've got everything. Catalogs, sales flyers, order forms, always a minimum of 10 of each. And if you've called your hostess ahead of time and she says she's got 20 people coming, then you need to make sure that you have at least 25 of each, okay? So you always want to have a little bit over. Tickets or auction money, whichever one you plan to use. Products that you're going to show, your dating game, your host gift special, because you really want to show everyone what they can get for hosting a party. Giveaways for your guests as well as your hostess gifts. So that dating gift and any other gifts you plan to give to your hostess. Don't be stingy. I'm telling you, people love free stuff. The more you give away, the more parties you're going to book. Okay? Your say yes offer. If you have the product that in hand, like right now we have the Stat Cooker. If you actually have the Stat Cooker available, make sure you're taking it to your party and showing it. If you don't, make sure you have the page marked in the catalog so you can flip to it easily. At least 5 hostess packs fully made up, ready to go so that you can hostess coach your new hostesses that you're going to book from this party right away. Additional opportunity flyers that you can pass out with your information on it so that people can take them home or they can sign up right there at the party. Always make sure you have your date book with you. I always recommend a hard copy date book, not just your phone, but whatever you do use, make sure you only have 1 date book for everything in your life, not multiple, okay? Products for any recipes. Sometimes when we do a recipe, we need measuring cups, measuring spoons, spatulas, all kinds of different stuff. Doesn't mean you're going to talk about every single one of those items, but because you're using them, you want to make sure that you're using Tupperware products. Can opener. Oftentimes I forget my can opener. Don't forget your can opener. All right, you'll be amazed how much more often you need it than you think you will. Products for new recipes. Oh, we just talked about that. Hand towel. Make sure you have a hand towel, just because when you're doing a recipe, you're definitely going to want to wipe your hands off. And then a bag to take home your dirty dishes in, whether it's a Walmart bag or a washable bag, whichever way, you want to make sure that you have something to take those dirty dishes home with you. All right, how to help your hostess to prepare for her party. Help her make a goal. What is it that she wants to earn? If she doesn't have any goal in mind, any products that she wants to earn, she's going to have a really hard time having a successful party. So help her to come up with some ideas of what are some products that she wants to earn. Help her start her guest list. I like to help by giving her Frank, a sheet, the Frank sheet, and it talks about friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors. The K is kids, friends, parents, right? So it just gives them some outside of the box ideas. There's also another sheet that talks about like people at church, people at work, your neighbors, PTO. So some of the different organizations that we participate in, who are some of the people from those that you can invite? Because we get so focused and so stuck on just our friends and family, just the ones that we see all the time, but they are not the only ones that are interested in Tupperware, so we want to make sure that we are inviting everyone. Make sure you give her a list of ingredients that she's going to need for her party. And if there's anything special that needs to be done to those ingredients, for example, if the chicken needs to be thawed out ahead of time, make sure you put that on there. If the cream cheese needs to be at room temperature, put that on there. If the buttermilk or the heavy whipping cream needs to be refrigerated, make sure it's on there, okay? Be sure to contact her at least once a week, and the week of her party, it should be every 2 to 3 days. And all you're really doing is just seeing if she has any questions, just touching base, letting her know that you care enough to see, okay? And then the day before, you're gonna ask her how many people she thinks she has coming. And this is really important because you wanna make sure you're bringing enough of everything, whether it be catalog, sales flyers, giveaways, whatever, you just wanna make sure you have enough. And then one extra thing that I really like to do, and it really increases the number of people at the party, is to send her a text or a Facebook message that she can then forward on to her guests to invite and to remind. All right, so here's a couple of examples of each. All right, so to invite, I would send her a text that says, oh my goodness, I am so excited. I just booked a Tupperware party with Angela Miller, and I put my phone number in there. She is a lot of fun, and I would love to see you at my Tupperware party on Tuesday, March 28th at 6 p.m. We are going to have it at my house. Please keep an eye out in the mail for the invitation and some ways you can earn free Tupperware from her. Could you please text me back with your address so she can mail the invite and ways to earn free stuff to you? Thanks so much, and I can't wait to see you. All right, so here, by sending her this as a text that she can just then forward on, one, she's way more likely to do it because it's already done. All she has to do is forward it. Two, most people nowadays don't have any addresses, and they're really not sure how to ask for addresses. This is a really great way to word it so that they can get them and they're not pressuring any of their friends. All right, three, by sending this text, not only is she inviting them to the party, but she's letting them know that there is an invitation coming if they send their addresses. All right, and so to look for it. So now she, your hostess, is much more apt to get you that address list because now all of her guests are expecting that hard copy invitation. All right. Okay, so then just before the party, so usually like 3 days before the party, 2 days before the party, then I would have this reminder one that I would send her and encourage her to send out to her friends. And we want to make sure it's 2 to 3 days in advance so that we can get the RSVPs, okay? So just wanted to send you a quick reminder. My Tupperware party is coming up on Tuesday, March 28th at 6 p.m. Remember to check your invite for ways that you can earn free Tupperware from the Tupperware lady, Angela. And please feel free to bring a guest with you. This is a really important part because we want to make sure that her friends and family know that it's okay and the hostess is giving permission for them to bring a stranger with them, okay? The more the merrier. We are going to have fun and make some yummy food. Feel free to list the food Oh, I'm sorry. And here, instead of putting yummy food, feel free to say like, and we're going to make some yummy quesadillas or some yummy omelets or some delicious ice cream, right? So feel free to list what you're actually making. Please reply back if you are planning to attend so we have enough goodies for everyone. So here, by sending out this text message, she is much more likely to get the RSVPs one way or the other because everybody wants to make sure that they get to partake in the goodies, okay? So super easy way to make sure that you are having your hostess personally invite. A really great way to make sure that the invitations, the hard copy invitations are going out, and to make sure that that last minute reminder is going out and they're getting the RSVPs. All right, so your question for this one is, what can we do to help our hostess prepare? Okay, so the worksheet, we've done the first half of the worksheet so far, and for filling out those questions that we've done so far and turning that into me either via text, via Facebook Messenger, or you can email me, you're going to receive 40 points, okay? And here is the first 5 questions to earn those 40 points. Again, in the comments below is the entire worksheet that we will be using all together, all right? All right, that's all that I got for you for this video. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.